Hello everyone, I'm Em. Welcome back to TechBlock. Today we're doing a dedicated video about the Meros Wi-Fi power strip that I have here. I featured it in my latest Cool Tech Under $30 video. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a dedicated video all about it, going a little bit more in depth about the features, the things you can do with this, and why I really like the product. And before anyone asks, this video is not sponsored by Meros. They have sent me this product for free, but they're not paying me to make like a dedicated review about this product. I'm doing this just because it's a cool product and you guys like the product, I like the product, and I really do think it deserves a lot more attention. So as you can probably see, I've currently got the UK version of this power strip. However, they do have versions available for, all your European sockets as well as like the sockets you have in the US. So they do have different versions of this power strip available that I'll leave in the description down below for you for all your different sockets and stuff. Right, so this smart power strip here supports your Amazon Echoes, your Google Homes, if this then that, and it also has its own dedicated app that is free to download on iOS, Android, and the Amazon App Store. Taking a look at the actual Meros app right here, here's the home page. I currently own two smart plugs. So I've got the overhead monitor smart plug for the overhead monitor in my setup right there. So I can actually give you a live demo of one of these smart plugs. So if we press the overhead monitor button here, that'll turn off the overhead monitor and my other three monitors will now adjust themselves. And the wallpaper as well, which now looks awful. So let's turn that one back on and you'll see within a few seconds, the monitor will be back on and the resolution of the wallpaper and everything else will restore back to normal, as you can see there. But if we pan back down to the actual app, here we have the power strip. As you can see, I've currently not got any of my monitors plugged into this. Instead, they're being plugged into a different power strip, but I will plug them in and show you like a live demo in a second. But first, I just want to go over like a few things in the actual app. So there is the main power button right here, which we also have on the actual power strip itself, which is a physical button that you can press, and you'll see by all the lights turning off and the app indicating that as well, that you've now turned off everything. But if we press it again, all the green LED lights will turn back on, and as you can see in the app as well, the power strip is now back up and running. But in the actual app, we can go a lot more in depth of how we control everything instead of just controlling it as one unit. The app allows you to control everything on the smart power strip individually, so we can turn off the USB ports. There we go, they're all off. We can turn off the left monitor, so that would be this one here. We can turn off the middle monitor, that one there, and then the right monitor. We can also just turn all of them back on, just like that. Turn on the USB ports, or just turn the whole unit off, just like that. So it's a super simple app to use, like it's very straightforward. There's a button there, and if you want to rename any of these switches and the USB ports and the unit as a whole, you just press on this button here. You have device settings and you can change the icon of this device to whatever you want. So we have this one as default, but you can also take a picture of anything. So we can go into camera. Yes, let's allow access to my camera. We can take a photo of it like that. We can use photo. And there we go, we can save that, and that is our new icon. But if we go on to device name, we can also rename everything here. So the entire unit is called bottom monitors, as this controls the bottom row of monitors I have in my setup. But of course you can rename yours to whatever you want, and we can also rename each one of the outlets here. So I've currently got left monitor, middle monitor, and right monitor, and the USB ports, the 4 USB ports here, can also be renamed as a whole by just pressing here and changing this to like LED lights. So if you have any like USB powered LED lights and you want them to be smart, well, plug them into the smart power strip and boom, you've got yourself some smart LED lights. But if we go into here, we also have a toggle for the LED lights on the actual power strip. In case you don't want them there at all, just hit that and the LED light will turn off there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the routines tab at the bottom here. Let's press on the plus icon so we can actually set up a schedule or a routine. So which routine would you like to set up? So we can either do an on-off schedule or auto-off after X amount of time. Let's do the on-off on a schedule first. So let's select the bottom monitors. We'll only do the middle monitor here, and I'd like to turn bottom monitors off. Yes, I do. And what time would you like this to happen? So let's say exactly at 4 p.m. every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Hit next. Let's just name this off. So there we go. Right, so we've just set up our first schedule here. It'll turn the middle monitor off at 4 p.m. every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And if you want to get rid of this routine, just hit the toggle button or just swipe and hit delete instead. Let's go ahead and set up the auto off after X amount of time. Let's select the bottom monitors again. This time we'll do the right monitor. We'll hit next. So whenever the device is on, I like to turn it off after, let's say, 10 minutes every like Monday and Tuesday. We'll just name this one off as well. There we go. So your routine is created. Got it. So off after 10 minutes every Monday and Tuesday. So I guess if the device is just turned on for longer than 10 minutes, it'll just turn itself off. I'm guessing that's how this thing works, but still a pretty interesting function, I guess. Now, let's say you've just bought this smart power strip and you're wondering how on earth do you actually set one up, or if you bought a second one, how do you actually like add it to the Meros app? Well, you'd press on the plus icon here, and then you'd find your device in this little list here. And if you can't find it in these items here, you can press on the more button here, and then you get a bunch more devices that Meros have. Now, I currently have this smart surge protector here with 3 outlets and 4 USB ports. So all you'd have to do is you'd have to make sure that the green light there is flashing on and off. You'd press on next, and then you'd go into Wi-Fi settings, connect to the Meros Wi-Fi network, and then go back onto the app and connect the Meros Wi-Fi network to your Wi-Fi router. It's that simple, really. All you do is you connect the power strip to your Wi-Fi network. That's it, and then boom, you go back on the app and everything's working. Now, you may be wondering, how do you actually set this up with an Amazon Echo or a Google Home? Well, I can't show you how to set it up with your Google Home, but I can show you how to set it up with your Amazon Echo. So if you hop onto the Amazon Echo app right here, I'm not going to say the actual words, so don't worry about muting your echoes or anything. Right, so we're in the Amazon Echo app right here. You can see all my latest commands here. You know, play Spotify, a chicken timer for 25 minutes. You know, when you cook your chicken in your oven, just ask your Echo to set a timer for you. Now let's go ahead and go onto the Smart Home tab in the bottom right corner here. Now this is kind of like a new feature on the Amazon Echo app. And man, I really like it so far. It looks so much more cleaner. We have all my groups here. So I've got bedroom, pretty much all the devices in my bedroom. We have left and right monitor. So if I want to turn off just the left and right monitor, I can say turn off left and right monitor. There you go. What I really like about the Amazon Echo app is that no matter how many different devices you have in your home, for all different companies, you have TP-Link, you have Philips Hue, you have Meros, maybe a million other devices from different companies, and they each have their own dedicated app. I can show you here, I've got TP-Link Castle, I've got Magic Hue, I've got Meros, Philips Hue, all these individual apps. But what I like is that the Amazon Echo app, we have access to every single one of those devices from all those apps in one convenient location. So I have all my Amazon Echoes here, I've got my bed LED lights, got the bottom monitors. This is the entire controller for all of this, as this device is named bottom monitors. But in the Amazon Echo app, you can rename any one of these devices to whatever you want by pressing on edit name right there, or even deleting that device entirely by pressing that button there. But you can see the description here, it says Meros Wi-Fi plug, and type plug. So I've also got my Philips Hue desk lights here, or my security cameras in the home. So we've got one for hallway, one for office, which is kind of my bedroom, but more like an office now than a bedroom really. We have the left monitor, we have the middle monitor, we have a Meros smart plug, we have the overhead monitor, we have a right monitor, and then the USB ports as well. You can control any one of these devices in your Amazon Echo app. So I can say turn off USB. And there you go, that just turned off. We can turn it back on real simply just by pressing that. There you go, it's back on. We can turn it off. You can turn it back on. There's hardly any delay and it works really well in my opinion. We can also go back onto the Smart Home tab here, and you can probably see we have groups. We have left and right monitor, we have monitors, so this is all the monitors including the overhead one that is plugged into a Meros smart plug, and the rest of the monitors are plugged into the power strip. At least they usually are. Now the power strip is here and the monitors are plugged into a different power strip, but you get the point. Now to create a group in the Amazon Echo app is super simple. Just press on the plus icon in the top right hand corner there. You can add a new device or a new group. Now I'm going to press on add a new group, as I've already added all the devices to my Wi-Fi network. Now group name, we can call this middle and right monitor. We can press on next. Now we have to actually select the items in the group. So let's go ahead and find our right and middle monitor. Here is the middle monitor and here is our right monitor. Let's press save. And there we go. We've just created a brand new group called middle and right monitor. Now let's go ahead and put it to the test. Turn off middle and right monitor. There we go, those two turned off. Right, so I've gone ahead and actually plugged in all 3 of these monitors into the smart power strip, and the overhead monitor is also plugged into one of these Meros smart plugs that I have on the desk. So getting back to this Meros app here, let's go ahead and actually show you the final scenes mode, I suppose. So this one here is pretty cool in my opinion. It allows you to turn on different scenes and stuff. So I've currently got 3 set up. One is default on, which pretty much turns all the monitors on. We have the movie mode that will activate only the overhead monitor to be left on, and all the other monitors will be turned off. As let's say I'm watching a movie on the overhead monitor. To be honest, I don't really want the bottom 3 monitors to be turned on, but you could set up, your own power strip. I'm just giving this as an example, I guess. If we go onto the edit mode here, I can show you the gaming scene as well. So the scene name is gaming. The overhead monitor will turn off, and the bottom monitors, that's the power strip here, it will turn off the left monitor. It will also turn off the right monitor, and the middle monitor will be kept on. So first of all, let's go ahead and actually go back on the default mode, by turning on the bottom 3 monitors as well. And then we can hop onto the gaming mode that will turn off every other display except for the middle bottom one. So if you press on that, so there you go, only the middle display is left turned on and everything else is off. Right, so I think that pretty much covers absolutely everything in the Meros app right here, as well as in the Amazon Echo app. Now I'm pretty sure you can also set up scenes and stuff and different like modes in the Amazon Echo app, but I'm just showing you the ones that you can set up in the Meros app instead. The actual form factor of this smart power strip is quite impressive for me. Like, it's super slim, there's not much going on it, to be honest. There's just, you know, some lights here and there to indicate what's turned on. Apart from that, there's no crazy logos, there's no like crazy designs on it or anything. It's just simple, it's plain. The build quality is more than acceptable in my opinion. It costs under $30. It's just a really good product. And if you compare this kind of configuration, which bear in mind these are all smart plugs and stuff, to something like this, where you'd get, you know, a regular power strip that I have here, and then you'd combine that cheap power strip with, let's say, a bunch of like budget-friendly smart plugs from Meros, for example, you can see how bulky this setup is, and that is not even including the device you have to plug into this. Like, this is just absurd in my opinion. But if you use something like this, there's no need for you to plug in, you know, an extra smart plug into this, as it's already smart. The UK and European outputs for this power strip are rated for 10 amps, whereas the US version of this power strip is rated for a maximum of 15 amps. Right, so I think I'm going to be ending this video here. Thank you everyone for watching. If you want to go pick up one of these power strips or one of Meros' smart plugs, I'll leave all their links in the description down below. And I saw that they may be working on a quad socket power strip in the near future, as it appeared on the app and I checked on the website. I don't think you can buy it yet, but by the looks of things, they'll soon be releasing a quad outlet smart power strip instead of the 3 outlet variant that I have here. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching and I hope to see you in another video soon. Goodbye.